Hi, I'm Christy Conway with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and I'm here at the Citadel's Johnson Hagood Stadium at the Charleston Home and Design Show with Alan Wheeler of Coastal Design Builders. Alan, how are you doing?
Good, great, thanks.
So tell me, how is this show going for you?
Really wonderful. Sometimes Fridays in the past have been a little quieter, and boy, I'll have to say, Friday was really jamming yesterday. It was a madhouse, and talked to quite a few people about custom homes, a lot of kitchen and bath remodel considerations, and today's been steady and good. Again, more of the same. I'm really glad about the custom homes because a year or so ago it was mostly remodeling.
Right.
So really,
which you also do.
Right, I do both, but it's really opening up. So economy's getting better. Great show. Yes. Yeah.
Good. Now, I saw that you're actually offering some design skills in the silent auction. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What's involved in that?
Somebody will, I think, bid on and win that silent auction offering, and so if somebody will call me up, I'll go meet with them. And if they want an addition, a kitchen, then normally I would be charging a couple $100s for that, and I would do that for free for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they'd pay, but that actually, all that money's going to local nonprofits.
Well,
so
right.
That's amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Right. Well, sure. Happy to do that.
So they're looking to, let's say, add on to the house. How do you start that conversation with them? How do you design that with them?
I start off meeting people with a wish list.
Okay.
And I just say, put money aside and write down what you'd like. Like if it's a sunroom, are you thinking about wood floors, tile floors? Do you want a little bit of glass? Do you want a lot of glass? Do you want to deck off the addition? How high a ceiling do you want? And I get them thinking in the direction of some elements that they may not be aware of. And then is it 2 feet off the ground or 12 feet off the ground?
Right.
You know, different designs. And then I can start preliminary design and pricing from there. Yeah.
So you can pare it down so they get the best of the best, and then if that doesn't fit in their budget, then you kind of just pull from that and make it work?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's way out of line, I'll know that. I mean, if they say I want a 200 square foot addition for a price that's not reasonable, I'll say that, and then they'll say, okay, well, what would I have to change? And so up front, try to give them some direction. So if I'm really ready to help start a design, I know that their budget would be reasonable. I wouldn't get them a design that they can't afford.
Right. Okay.
So as a design builder, I'm able to kind of give them the most value, I think, because I know the cost of materials and labor, and I know what they want. So I try to mesh that together.
And design builder, that's kind of a term that some people might not know. Does that mean that you're an architect? What does that mean? Are you licensed in that way?
Okay, I'm not a licensed architect, and an architect will say he's a licensed architect, and then the word designer comes up. So I am a designer, and I can go to an architect where he could review and sign off. I could go to an engineer and do a sign off. So I'm not going to be able to, without the license, do the final engineering of structural component, but I can do the design. I love the creative part of that.
But obviously you're a builder. You've built a lot of homes, so you're very familiar with how it all works. So you can do the preliminary design and kind of save costs in that way. And also, since you be the builder, I assume you understand how it's all going to go, and it's good to start from with the same person from the very beginning and kind of make it your own, right? I mean,
I think if you've got somebody designing and they're not going to be building it, it could be a wonderful design, but then if there's a builder brought in after and there's questions about a roof line not coming in during actual construction, that's less likely to happen if the design and the builder go together and from the beginning. It just the responsibility. There's no finger pointing at who didn't design something
right. You'd be pointing at yourself.
And I can point at myself. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a website people can check out, see your work? I know you've done a lot of projects in the Low Country. I'm sure people want to see that.
Sure, I do have pictures. It's www.coastaldesignbuilders.com, company name.
Okay.
And there's history. I've got some YouTube on there. So they can find out a lot about me on that.
Definitely. And what about a phone number they can call?
Cell is 843-300-9383.
And I'm sure you know the next question I'm going to ask is what's your email address? Because it's my favorite question to ask.
Oh, what?
You can
It's ask Alan
him anything.
at yahoo.com.
Okay.
But you'll have to go to my website for the spelling because there's an underscore after the name Alan. So it's it's hard to write it out.
So is there another Alan out there that you can ask him anything without the underscore? You couldn't get the one without the underscore?
Well, there is an Ask Alan plane in the United States on the West Coast who's not a builder, but you can ask him other kinds of questions.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Sure. Thanks, Christy.
We've been talking with Alan of Coastal Design Builders here at the Citadel's Johnson Hagood Stadium at the Charleston Home and Design Show.